It's wild.
Yeah, we've seen this happen with a bunch of people. They did it to Trump. They did it to Brett Kavanaugh. They did it to Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Did it to Tristan. They did it to Julian Assange. Anytime you're like rebelling or doing something against the establishment, it's like some kind of sexual scandal is going to come your way. It always happens, man. I mean, look, controversial take, and I might actually do a breakdown of this as well. I agree with Candace Owens that I think Harvey Weinstein isn't as guilty as they try to claim. Like, a lot of these girls got like big roles, made a bunch of money, became wildly successful, and they suck some dick in the process. And now they want to come back and say, oh, well, I don't think that I was great. Like Gavin Newsom's, 304 wife, right? Coming out and saying that, oh, yeah, he assaulted me. Bitch, you showed up at his house. Nigga was in a robe. You think he really wanted to fucking sit there and listen to your script writing or your aspirations of being an actress? Like, the problem is that women sell themselves and then they don't like what they get with their purchase, right? Like, I got buyer's remorse now. I want a refund. No, bitch, all sales are final. Like, this is how this goes. You want to go ahead and sell your soul for some fame and some clout? This is what comes with it.
Or the money stops.
Yeah, or the money stops, or they want to save face and not come off as a 304 to their new man, right? Oh, well, look at the girl Bree Stern. That accused Andrew Tate or whatever. Like, she went ahead. The bitch had a whole press run ready to go. Oh, she comes out with the accusation, puts out these ridiculous photos of herself. I did this on Myron Gaines X if you guys want more detail on this. But, like, she has these, like, images of herself that she said she got hit. But I find it interesting how she had the scars and markings on one side of her face. Bitch turned her face to the other side like this, and she had the same markings on this side. I was like, how the hell do you have identical marks on both sides of your face? Like, what, did Andrew Tate say, hey, bitch, come here. I got to give you a symmetrical ass whooping. Like, smack her on one side and then, okay, turn around. We got to make sure this is perfect. Oh, no, that wasn't good enough.
Punch!
Like, bro, like, and then anyone with common sense would look at that and be like, oh, this is from her doing lip injections and Botox and all the other shit that she did to her face.
It's normal.
Because these bitches in LA all look the same anyway with their duck face. So, like, what's the more plausible explanation? Is it that Andrew Tate set her up and said, all right, the nigga took out a protractor and put it on her face like this. All right, hold still as he holds a protractor. All right, turn around to the other side. Puts the protractor again. Hold on. Turn it 1 degree this way. Okay. Hold on. Don't move. Bitch, I said don't move. Hits her again. Like, bro, which one is more probable? It's because she does surgery, enhancements, Botox shots, lip injections, whatever the fuck these bitches do nowadays to make themselves look different, right? That's what it is. So she puts these ridiculous pictures, right, up as the evidence that she got slapped. Then, all of a sudden, she has a lawsuit ready to fucking go the day she makes the accusation. Guys, lawsuits take weeks to write up, okay? So she has this lawsuit ready to go with this lawyer who's a career and notorious clout chaser lawyer. He's the same guy that sued Diddy and a bunch of other people as well. And then on top of that, her cryptocurrency coin, which, yes, she has a cryptocurrency coin, shoots up like 166, 200%.
Coincidence?
And
I
then,
don't think so.
And then she gives an interview to one of these news outlets.
TMZ?
Okay, so yes, thank you. TMZ broke the story first. And the crazy part is when TMZ broke the story first, no other outlet had it. So what that tells me is she sold the story to TMZ.
Yep.
So she went to TMZ first, and the owner of TMZ, by the way, every time. And her last name is Stern. Hey, not saying it's a coincidence if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, so she goes to TMZ first. TMZ is the first one to break the story. The fact that TMZ broke the story and no other big news outlets, that is a that is literally the smoke signal that means she sold the story. So she sells the story to TMZ. She puts out these pictures. She does a lengthy Twitter post, right? Then she goes to on I think CNN or one of these things, gives an interview, and the lawsuit follows right after. So for her to do everything like this, like she did a perfect, literally picture perfect, like press run,
line by line,
right? Line by line. She had to have had this planned out for months. That's what I think. She had this shit planned out for months. And then the fact that she has the audacity to show scarring on her face that's identical on both sides, ridiculous, man. So, but this is what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Like, women can get away with this shit because it's believe all women.
Yeah. You know what's scary? No one's safe. And I think a lot of guys think that, oh, well, I got game. I got that swag, bro. She'll never do this to me. Bro, it's just more like, okay, maybe she won't do it. but the next one might. And just because of that might, bro, it is a scary place to be as a man with control and power because you are a target at all times. Even without, bro, you could be a target too, but to a less degree. All right, we'll go back to the article though. But again, I think for all guys especially, women nowadays, man, as you said, they're useless, but also dangerous as well because this could be any guy. Doesn't matter who you are. So, all right, here we go. So Liverpool Crown Court heard on Thursday that Fernley, which is the woman that accused this guy of, claimed that he had a kid with her, of Roxwood Road in Great Sankey, Warrington, had been in a relationship with Ryan Hampson from 2015 until around January 2019. 2 months later, in March 2019, the now 26-year-old then told her former partner that she was pregnant. Bro, I don't know about you guys, but you're messing with a chick, right? You get a text that says, "We need to talk." Bro, I think 3 things in my head. 1, this bitch is pregnant.
Yep.
2, I missed my period, which is the same thing basically. And then 3, well, maybe I got something. Bitch, shut up. Anyhow, the point is that that is not what you want to hear from a girl. It needs to be, "How's your day going? I miss you, XYZ. But when a girl tells you that she's pregnant, bro, as a guy, you sit there and you be like, "Yo, bro, I don't be you guys, but you get jitters. You feel like, wait, hold on, are you serious?" You start questioning life like, "Yo, how old am I again? Shit. I got money? Shit. What's gonna happen next?" So hearing that news from a girl, bro, "I'm pregnant," is scary. Obviously, if it's your wife, it's a little bit different, but a girl, are you just smashing with, bro? Or you just broke up with? Oh, man. Because the worst part with smashing a girl? You smash her, right? Things are going well. You break up. All right, cool. I'm on my zone, back in my shit. I'm just going to move on to another girl. Now it's like, wait, you're what? Damn. Now I got to stay with this girl because she got a kid. That's the worst news you can get as a guy. Because you moved on. It's over. It's scary, bro. I'm telling you. Or, the worst one? She's an escort. Anyhow, all right, let's go back to it. All right, so and stated that a man named Dominic Hensey was the unborn child's dad. So basically, guys, she told the guy that left that she was actually pregnant from him. But then years later, when he moved in with her and became her man, she told him the truth that, hey, it's not your baby, it's someone else's baby, which is crazy. But Gareth Roberts, prosecuting, described how she then contacted him again the following month and said that she was unclear who the father was. Fernley went on a claim that she completed a paternity test with a company called Easy DNA, which showed that there was a 0% chance that Mr. Hensley was the dad. So imagine you go to a website, maybe a company that has DNA testing, and you get the information from them regarding either a test or you put in someone's name, and then you go to either editing software or Photoshop, whatever. You edit it and then say, "Hey, listen, they just sent me this document, and it said that you are the father with a percentage." That to me is diabolical, bro, because you just changed the entire message of that alert. Show the guy to convince him that, hey, this is your son. So that's not only diabolical, but disgusting because, dude, that is legit manipulation to the highest degree. That's disgusting, bro. So, impossible, bro. So, the defendant subsequently went on to provide Mr. Hampson with a screenshot claiming that there was a 99% probability that he was the father. He subsequently transferred £300 into her bank account in order to make a contribution towards the cost of these supposed DNA tests and bought items for the unborn baby. So as a good man, he went ahead and said, "You know what? All right, this is the kid that is mine. Here's some money for the tests and money for you in the account." Bro, that is very scary. But again, this is why I think it should be mandatory for you to have a DNA test with a woman, no matter who it is, wife, girlfriend, because you don't know. Sometimes girls go out for, with friends, they travel, maybe they went out before they met you, and then you start hooking up, and she gets pregnant, and you don't know because you're like, oh, she's cool, she seems pure, and the scary part is, guys, you just don't know. She can tell you, yeah, I've been single for, a month or a week, and now I'm available, but she had a boyfriend X in her life the whole time until she met you. And again, knowing the actual status of the DNA test is good because then you can say, you know what? All right, cool. I know you're lying, deuces. But if you don't know, you just go for it. Like, okay, I believe you. Then it's like, now you're stuck with a kid that's not yours. Scary, but it's reality. You never know when. All right. And then here's a guy that actually got finessed because she told him that it was his kid, but it wasn't actually his kid. And is there a video of him talking real quick? I think there's one of him talking.
The one that you sent?
Yeah. Here we go. So this is after the court case, what he has to say about the actual debacle and what happened to him with that woman. The debacle, bruh. Here we go.
Ryan, just for people watching and reading who will struggle to comprehend, what on earth has this done to you?
My life is ruined, basically. I'm currently in counselling to rebuild everything that I have been led to believe in. However, I am now rebuilding my life. Psychologically and physically, this has just torn me. And the whole idea of taking this to Crown and going through the justice system is to ensure that no one, absolutely no one, goes through what I have been through and what my family have been put through.
You had a daughter and then effectively had her taken away from you. What on earth does that do to you as a human being?
It sends you crazy, you know. You
He just said it. Imagine dating a single mother and you raise a kid, maybe from 2 to 3 years plus, small kid. You build a bond with that person and things end. You know, things don't work out. Single mother. And what happens is you end up having a rare tear in your heart because you're like, damn, I took them to school, I bought them food, took them to the park, and now it's over. And because that's not your actual kid, it's finito. With him, though, she lied for years. That's heartbreaking, bro, for any guy.
And honestly, I would say it's the functional equivalent, if not worse, to a woman being raped. Because what ends up happening with a man, right? Every guy's worst nightmare is raising a kid and finding out that it wasn't yours while thinking that it was yours, right? That is the functional equivalent. Women talk all the time about sexual assault and how this is a problem, etc. But there's absolutely zero uproar for the functional equivalent on the male side, which is financial assault, time assault, emotional assault, which is you support and you think that this kid is yours, and then you come to find out that you were raped of your time, resources, and energy on this child, which wasn't yours. I would argue that that's even more nefarious because a lot of the times the woman knows it's not your kid.
Yeah.
They know. And I guarantee you that she knew this as well. So this is the other side that no one really ever talks about. We have all these organizations and institutes put in place to help women with being victims of sexual assault and sexual violence, but we have almost nothing in place for helping men deal with them being, raped of their resources and time, because that's what it is. It's the male equivalent, but nobody gives a fuck, man. And that's the wild part, where there's this entire infrastructure that we really have to keep women feeling safe, and honestly, a lot of times we shield them from their own bad decisions, right? The whole welfare state that we have created, through the family court system, incentivizes women to not make it work with their guy, incentivizes women to have a predatory nature like we see now. Like literally, why'd she lie like that? Because she knows that there's an infrastructure in place where she's allowed to do this with zero consequence. And this is a problem throughout the entire modern first world, right? These Duluth model institutions set it up where women are almost never held accountable for their crimes against their partners, especially something like this. This should be a serious felony, but more than likely she's probably going to deal with zero consequences.
You know the worst part about this whole article and debacle is she didn't tell him. He would never know. Never know.
Yeah,
He would
and I
die.
wonder why she actually took the initiative to tell him.
Maybe it was the guilt. Maybe
The guilt.
Possibly, but I don't. Bro,
Or maybe he was on his way to finding out or something. But,
Yeah.
I do find it interesting that she actually was forthcoming enough to tell the truth. But something inside me says that she's known for the longest time. There was probably some other type of motivator or some other variable that came into play that forced her to reveal this. Because she knew as soon as that baby was born, it wasn't his, bro. Come on, man. Women know, dude. Women know. They know who they've had sex with. They know, who got them pregnant. They know their their different pregnancy timelines, their periods, all that stuff. They know. And then when that kid came out, she was like, I mean, I'm surprised he didn't recognize, right? Maybe the guy that she hooked up with looks similar to him. Women tend to have a type. But regardless, she definitely knew from the beginning.
I mean, typically,
How old was the kid again?
we gotta check. I think there's multiple actually. So yeah, but to his credit though, do you think if he was a RP guy, he would have fallen for this? Like he was actually like
he would have found out sooner.
Yeah.
So the only difference really, right? So like, okay, because look, man, I try to explain this to you guys when it comes to being red pill aware and blue pill aware. Like all men have a natural tendency to feel a fit of rage if they're cheated on, or feel a fit of betrayal or whatever when a woman cheats on you, or has a kid with another man, whatever. And this is in our DNA to ensure it's our self-defense mechanism. It's our natural self-defense mechanism to avoid treacherous women that cheat on us, use our resources, etc. That rage is very natural. Now, obviously, society tries to get you to accept being a cuck. Okay, society tries to get you to accept poor female behavior. Society tries to get you to accept female promiscuity. But your gut instinct, no matter how much you're indoctrinated by wokeism, progressivism, leftism, etc., feminism, right? No matter how indoctrinated you are by it, you still have a gut feeling where this is not right. Okay? So, when it comes to this situation, as far as like him being blue pill to red pill, the only argument that I would make really is, as a red pill aware guy, you embrace these feelings. As a blue pill guy, you try to
push it away.
You try to push them away. You try to suppress them. Mm-hmm. And as a red pill guy, you might see the warning signs sooner and make a decision faster. Versus as a blue pill guy, you might tolerate it more. But I want to be very, very distinct here, guys. Okay, like very, very distinct, right? Whether red pill or blue pill, that's not going to change what the woman does.
Yep.
You understand, guys? Like, the fuckery is going to happen no matter what. Mm-hmm. Okay? So the fuckery is always going to happen. The women are going to always do the dumb shit. Really, the only thing that differentiates you from a red pill aware guy versus a blue pill aware guy is how you handle it and how quickly you handle it.
Yeah.
Okay? No one is impervious to female bullshit. Right? Whether it's us, you guys have seen the bullshit that we've dealt with women. Whether it's Andrew Tate, you see the bullshit he deals with women, money, status, etc. Like, honestly, a lot of the times what ends up happening is sometimes it even exacerbates your problems when you have money and status. Right? Because now the girls look at it like, oh, I could get something out of this.
Yeah.
But the reality is, whether you're poor, you're rich, you're famous, you're always going to deal with fuckery with women every single time. The fuckery might be different, but you still will deal with the fuckery. It's on you how you respond to it. And this is kind of the unfortunate reality of dealing with modern women in 2025 and beyond, is you're operating in like a deregulated sexual marketplace that not only gives women all the leverage when it comes to the courting process, but they also have all the leverage when it comes to the court process. So they got the courting process of, you having to court them, and then they also have the court process. So if something does legal happen, whether it's family court, false rape allegations, any of this other stuff, they have the upper hand on that too. So what's effectively happened is feminism is overcorrected for what they feel as though they've been held back for so long. But we've overcorrected now, where men are the ones now that are dealing with a lot of the bullshit and the blowback. And the reason why they look at it like, oh, well, you guys have had power for so long. It's been a patriarchy for so long. So now we're taking power back. But now we live in a gynocentric social order. We are running basically what it is this. We have a patriarchy that ensures modern development and protection, right? But that patriarchy is neutered through the gynocentric social order. So in other words, we do our job and uphold the world and the safety and the modernity. Meanwhile, women are able to enjoy all the benefits of said modernity created by men while simultaneously telling us what to do. And that's where we are now, chat. That is literally the best way that I could describe the current state of affairs in the modern world, especially the first world. We created the world and civilized it for these bitches to tell us what to do. Absolutely ridiculous.
You know what they've done as well? They've taken attacks on people that are in the industry and use it to destroy the industry. For example, downplaying the message itself has become normal because now most people are like, oh, he got caught in this, or oh, this happened to that person. So now I don't want to hear what I got to say. But ultimately, it's gonna happen to you too at some point.
Yeah,
So-
nobody is safe from it, bro.
Nobody.
Like I told y'all, like nobody is safe from it. It's really all you can do is recognize patterns and end it. So like, look, let's use Fresh's situation with Daisy, right? Bitch wanted an apartment. He said no because he found some characteristics about her that he didn't like.